beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here we go. Hurry.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be packed.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. The Chargers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting it.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Okay,
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check contact.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Let's go now.
7-7, our score after one. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In search of 8 yards here. He's able to convert the first down. Cunningham to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Taking it about the 16. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Cunningham looking to throw. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, and that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from a yard out, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so when these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders, and that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chargers trying out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, Eckler takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Herbert now. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Here's Cunningham. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cunningham. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He tried to do it himself but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A give. Eckler running to the right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he will score. Touchdown. Mike Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll hand off here to Eckler. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because of coverage.
Okay, ready.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's got room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And returning it, here's Hamler. And he goes out right around the 39. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, here's DeWanger. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Let's go now.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Cunningham. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Cunningham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Territory. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Chargers 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. But from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Eckler again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert to throw. He's got Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
5-yard gain on the play.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Throwing, Herbert. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just... this one.
Ready.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.